Alright, welcome in all you beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I am Ace the Turtle, and today we are starting our Madden 23 franchise. Hopefully I'm going to be posting this a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with Madden. It's about the only game I'm playing right now, Madden and UFC. Um, so hopefully posting this a lot. Um, and the team we're going to be doing the franchise on, as you can tell by the title, is the Miami Dolphins. The way I chose this is just any team that has a new coach going into this upcoming season is eligible. Um, I have a couple other franchises on the side that I play with friends and stuff, and that kind of narrowed it down for me. And I kind of want to be the Dolphins. Um, they have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, so it's going to be a really fun offense to use. And I am going to warn that it's not going to be a hyper realistic or maybe even remotely realistic to some people franchise. Um, I'm just gonna kind of have fun with it, and we're gonna see as it goes. And for playbooks, we are gonna be running with Green Bay and Minnesota. That is what I'm familiar with. The rules on the play calling in this series, I'm going to do coach suggestions on offense, and on defense, I am gonna pick my own plays just because I do have a scheme that I use on defense and how I set up my players. Um, as for settings, it's going to be all Madden. We're going to do all Madden comp. We're also going to turn pre-existing injuries off with progressive fatigue and practice injuries off. These are just kind of annoying little things. I don't like pre-existing injury um, on. And then progressive and fatigue and... I fucking butchered that. Progressive fatigue and practice injury I just don't like because they're kind of annoying. And just like not something that's really affected by like how you play. Um, Quarter length, we are going to be doing 7-minute quarters. We'll start there and kind of see how it goes. And also for starting point, we are going to be just going straight to the regular season. And our coach here, as you can see, is Master Uguay. I just figured that'd be fitting for a turtle. All right. So week one, we have the Patriots at home in Hard Rock Stadium. This first episode, though, sadly, there's going to be no gameplay. It's going to be me setting up the team and showing you kind of what the plan is. Um, so, first things first, let's take a look at the roster. I will say this right now. Tua is not going to be the quarterback here. I know they have Teddy Bridgewater starting. Tua is not going to be here. Um, there are a couple quarterbacks that I have in mind that I'm going to trade for. It's just kind of a left-handed thing. I really don't like using left-handed quarterbacks in Madden. Chase Edmonds, how old are you? He's 26. We might try to develop Chase Edmonds, at least for now, because they did just sign him. There's no use in getting rid of him. These wide receivers are here to stay. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson. I know in real life Mike Gesicki was kind of talked about getting traded. We're not going to be doing that. This O-line will probably stay like this um, for now. Anyway, we'll see what we have to do with Tua. This is the defense. We have Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Emmanuel Agba, Christian Wilkins, Andrew Van Ginkel, Melvin Ingram. Javon Holland is the centerpiece of this. He's a young stud that I hope develops as the franchise goes on. We have Eric Rowe over here, which I honestly don't know how old he is. Eric Rowe, 29. We will probably be looking to move off of him. All right, so first things first, let's go get a quarterback. Our users, Jerome Baker, E. Roberts. Jalen Phillips, I do want getting PT. We will probably end up trading Van Ginkel. But before we do any of that, we should go look at cap penalties before we trade anyone away, so we don't put ourselves in cap hell. Tua has a 16.9 million penalty. That might be something he might just have to ride the bench then in that sense. Teddy Bridgewater with a 2 mil release penalty, he might be a trade piece that we use. Um, let's go see what about Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel has a 70K penalty. He will definitely be traded from what it seems like. If we do that, Melvin Ingram should slide over, and we'll be able to use Jalen Phillips at right. Our O-line, it's fairly young. Um, so hence why I want to keep it together. I mean, obviously Teron Armstead is an older O-lineman, but he's so good. Can't get rid of him. So he gives us superstar abilities as well. Obviously, Gesicki. Um, so yeah, without further ado, let's get our first trade for our quarterback that we will hopefully be developing over the series. All right, so I possibly could have gotten more, but as a Packer fan, this is the dude I wanted to get and develop. Jordan Love, he needs to be off the team for the Packers. Like, Rodgers, back-to-back MVP, we just extended him. There's no use for Jordan Love besides backup. I don't want to use Tua. Can't trade him because of that cap penalty, but we can trade Teddy Bridgewater. So we're giving the Packers a backup, which is all Jordan Love is. Maybe a little overpaid to be a backup, which is fine. Whatever. We're getting a fourth round pick out of it. That's the first attempt I tried. Maybe I should have went for a lower pick. Um, but at least to start out the series in this season, Jordan Love is going to be our guy. If he performs horribly, we will go to Tua. We can go to Tua. It's not that I'm refusing to play him. It's just I don't really want to. Also, we have 2 first round picks. I do believe this is from the Laramie Tunsil trade yet. I might be wrong. But I think what we're going to look for here is we're going to trade Van Ginkel, and I think we're going to be looking for a maybe unproven but still young, strong safety. Because I don't really want to be starting Eric Rowe. If I have to, I will. And we're not going to trade for someone outrageous either. Like Terrell Burgess might be our guy. He is star dev, so that would be rather nice. Is Jordan Fuller also star? Who do they have at free safety? So they're probably playing Taylor Rapp. So we might go for Terrell Burgess here. I think that's the play. He is backing up, so it does make sense in that way. Will they do it just straight up? They did. So Andrew Van Ginkel for Burgess. I already forgot his first name. It's either Tyler or Taylor. Again, maybe I could have gotten more out of that, but I'm fine with it. So let's go look at the team now after those 2 trades. Alright, so this is how the roster is shaking out at this point. We have Jordan Love starting at QB, with Tua being the backup. At halfback, we have Chase Edmonds being the lead workhorse, Raheem Mostert backup. Raheem Mostert is also going to be on return duty for us. We have Alec Ingold at fullback, something I don't really use a whole lot. Our wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, tight end Mike Gesicki. At left end, we have Teron Armstead. You guys saw the line. We'll go here to safety, where we have Terrell Burgess. I was wrong earlier on the name, saying it was Tyler Taylor. Whatever. I'm bad with names, so you'll learn that. Terrell Burgess is our starting strong safety. We're going to look to trade Eric Rowe here, I believe. Our slot wide receiver is also going to be Jalen Waddle, just because there's some plays. I guess, yeah, no. Jalen Waddle will be our slot. There are some plays in the Packers playbook that I like, which hopefully we can get, even with coach suggestions, that use a slot. And I really like having someone speedy there. And then at rush left end, like I was saying, I run nickel, so this will be the front 4 D-line. We'll have Melvin Ingram. We'll have Jalen Phillips. And then our interior D-line is going to be made up of Emmanuel Ogbah and Christian Wilkins. Linebackers, I think we're gonna look to trade Eric Rowe for a good user. Jerome Baker is fine. I'm okay with him being the second middle linebacker, but I do want someone else there. And here at corner, I guess Nick Needham will be fine. So yeah, let's go see if we can't get a trade for Eric Rowe. And Eric Rowe has a low player release penalty, so we are indeed going to trade him. We're, like I said, mainly looking for a user here, a good middle linebacker that we can use throughout the series and develop, hopefully. Or I will be willing to settle for maybe a offensive lineman, backup tight end situation. All right. So the person we're going to be trading for here is Chris Barnes. Not necessarily that the Packers need a strong safety, but they did draft Quay Walker this year. I, as a Packers fan, I guess, want to see him get some play time. Chris Barnes um, will make that happen. We'll make that available. Um, I do think we might be slightly overpaying here, just with overall wise. I know Chris Barnes has a dev trait above Eric Rowe. So I'm going to see if I can't get maybe a pick here as well. Maybe a third rounder. All right, so the final deal is Eric Rowe for Chris Barnes and a third round pick in the upcoming draft. I like the business we've been doing here so far. We're moving maybe laterally or down in overall, but we're also getting younger and better dev traits, which is what you want to see. And actually, as we're looking at the depth chart here, Channing Tindall, the rookie, I forgot about him from Georgia. Although he is a 68 overall, that 91 speed is kind of killer, especially in a user situation. And as a user, middle linebacker, it won't be uber hard to develop him into not a bad player. So I think what we're going to do here is have Channing Tindall start as our middle linebacker too. I think this is how it's going to shake out. We'll have Jerome Baker back there. So also something I'm realizing here is that we have a few backup O-linemen here that are star dev. So we're going to go to the depth chart and get that fixed. We're going to move Austin Jackson. He's listed as a right tackle, but I mean, I can't adjust it here, but he will be our starting right tackle. And then I think we're going to move Robert Hunt over to left guard and let Kinley come up to start at right guard. Now, here is the final roster going into week one. There will be no more trades. There's a lot of things I had missed on my initial look through the roster, but here we are. We have Jordan Love at QB. We have Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Myles Gaskin at halfback. At fullback, we have Alec Ingold out of Wisconsin. Wide receivers, we got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson. At tight end, Mike Gesicki with Durham Smythe and Hunter Long as the backups there. Left tackle, Teron Armstead. At left guard, we have the man Robert Hunt, the flipping legend. Center, we have Connor Williams. Right guard, Solomon Kinley. At right tackle, we have Austin Jackson. These positions don't necessarily matter. Corners, just because of the scheme I use. Corner, we have Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Noah, however you say that last name. I will learn how to pronounce it before I play the first game. We'll call him Noah I for now. Free safety, the man Javon Holland. At strong safety, we have Terrell Burgess. Kicker, Jason Sanders. Punter, Thomas Morstead. Kick return and punt return duties will be Raheem Mostert. Our third down back and power back are Chase Edmonds. Slot receiver being Mr. Waddle. Our left end in our nickel formation will be Melvin Ingram. Our right end in nickel will be Jalen Phillips. The interior D-line will be Emmanuel Ogbah, Christian Wilkins. Our linebackers, Chris Barnes and Channing Tindall. And our slot corner, who will act as the third kind of interior zone when it comes to nickel, will be Noah I. And that'll be how the roster is going to shake out. The last thing we're going to do here before we end the episode, I'm going to call it 0 because there's no gameplay really. It's just setting up the team. We are going to set our season goal. And with it being all Madden comp and having to use coach suggestions, wow, English is hard. I I'm gonna put it at a comfortable 7 wins. I do actually hope to make the playoffs, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go with coach suggestions. I usually call my own plays, and we're just gonna use auto-generated rookies. There isn't really a class out that I like. Wish I was on Xbox because I would use Bengals. I do really trust his stuff. So yeah, we will have auto-generated rookies here, and just initial glance, a lot of tackles and QBs. If Jordan Love and Tua don't really pan out, this will be the class to do it. Um, so interesting, interesting. Off camera here between episodes, I'll probably set up the scouts, um, see what my team needs are. Um, we will probably end up drafting interior D line. Although we have Agba and Wilkins there, they are kind of older on the team. Um, maybe look to corner too because Xavier Howard and Byron Jones aren't ageless, although they are good. That'll do it here for episode 0. In the next episode, we'll be taking care of our to-do list here on the left and playing our first game versus New England. It'll be interesting. Mac Jones coming to Hard Rock Stadium. It'll be definitely a tough one. See if we can't outcoach Bill Belichick, quote unquote. It's not Bill's not in the game, sadly. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're as excited for this series as I am. But if you haven't seen, go check my Twitter. I kind of posted a life update there. We are going to be hopefully posting daily, if not every other day. Hopefully 5 times a week here on the channel, while also streaming most of those days. So yeah, check out the Twitter just to get the full feed, and look out. That's how you're gonna be posted on times of streams, videos, things like that. That's Ace the Turtle 7, and I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys are excited for this series. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.